Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video. So this weekend it was reported in a Reuters article that Amazon.com failed to properly record work-related injuries and illnesses at 6 warehouses in 5 different states. So basically, when you have over 10 employees, every year you have to report to OSHA work-related injuries. Now, some of those injuries are reportable and some of them are non-reportable. So for the reportable injuries, you have to report death, poisonings, if they're out for an extended period of time, whether it's a day or more, and so on and so forth. If they're non-reportable injuries, you still, depending on the place you work at, you have to report those injuries. They're different forms depending upon where you work at. So like an incident report, like for example, where I work at, there's a form called incident reports. So the U.S. Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA, a part of the Labor Department, said it has cited Amazon for 14 separate record-keeping violations, and the company faces $29,000 in fines. And that's an article on respiras.gov. And for companies that have 250 employees or more, they have to report on the OSHA.gov website. They have to report it directly in OSHA.gov. So they have to electronically report. If you have less than 250 employees, you have to report it to a representative of OSHA through your company. So basically, for example, here where I work at, we have less than 250 employees. So I have a representative that by January 1st, I have to, even if the number is 0 reportable illnesses or injuries, I still have to send that up to that representative, and with certain information, even if the number is 0, I still have to send that form up. And then by February 1st, I have to post it up somewhere where it's a break room or somewhere where the employees here are able to see that information. Or if a representative from OSHA comes to our facility or our work establishment, and this goes for anywhere, they're able to see that form. If that form is not posted between February 1st and I believe it's April 30th, we can be fined. And the forms that are sent up, they have to be detailed. Now, these forms, they cannot have any names or anything. They just have to have the illness, and just the illness, how long that person was out, and things of that nature. But when that representative comes in, we have to keep in file at least 5 years worth of recordable illnesses and how long that employee was out. Now, Amazon has 15 days to pay those fines or contest them before Federal Review Board. It is very, very important that any workplace environment enforces those. They need to abide by those OSHA guidelines, because you can be fined, and it's also office and workplace safety. You want to ensure that your people are safe. And for where I work at, the first thing that happens, someone gets hurt, you want to fill out the report depending on how serious. If it's something serious, we call the ambulance. If it's something that doesn't require an ambulance right away, we have them fill out the incident report. And then we give them a panel form of where they can go to be seen. Once they get, like for example, an urgent care or a patient first, typically I ask them, hey, what is your zip code? So I can get them somewhere near their house, so that way when they're done, they can go right home once they're seen. Because nobody wants to be near the work. They want to go home right after they are seen, because you never know how long you're going to be as these doctors, urgent cares, or patient first. So after that, you'll get a call, because one thing you got to remember: OSHA and workers' comp are two separate things, but they correlate with each other, because once you go and get seen at the urgent care, they'll call, they'll verify, hey, does such and such work here? Yes, they do. And then workers' comp takes over. And then, from then on, the urgent care patient first will file the workers' comp claim, and then they'll bring the paperwork, and the HR will submit it, and then workers' comp will decide whether or not it satisfies the rules as to whether it fits the workers' comp rules, and whether that person's going to get their leave or paid time paid back to them, or their sick time paid back to them that they used. Now, when it comes to OSHA, that incident report, the more detailed it is, the better, because that will be utilized to fill out those 300 and 300A forms. And that's the information that the HR will use, or the safety team will use, to fill out those forms and then be submitted to OSHA or electronically filed through OSHA.gov. So, it's for a corporation as big as Amazon to not be filling out these forms correctly, and knowing how many employees they have, you would think they would have a team to be, because per the OSHA guidelines, you should be filling out these forms as incidents happen, and they're not doing so. Well, some of those facilities are not doing so. So hopefully, now that this happened and is coming out to light, they're going to take the proper steps to take care of these situations and tighten up their OSHA processes and ensure that employee and staff safety is being adhered to, so it doesn't happen again. Because you should take care of your staff, your team, your people, and make sure that it doesn't matter whether they're a custodial person or your management. You should take care of your people equally. But that's all for this video. I hope it was helpful to understand it a little better. I'm sure there's other videos that explain it a little better, but I hope I gave some insight as to what was going on. But until my next video, I hope you have a great day. Remember, be happy, be healthy, and take care of your mental health. Bye.